They're from individual presentation, don't understand of the process. We'll go because yes, we try to be we try to use our knowledge, but this is only one reason to do it. Not only to follow the protocol, this is one of the point, but we try to really need all process. We try to be 101. It is very, very important. Not to think, but to thinking is very important. But try to follow, and perfect. Therefore, the subject of my presentation is really very, very interesting. Intubation tube and tracheal and as in delivery can be solved. One more is remembering from the first presentation. What will we do before? We will check what will be with newborn. We will check what is with newborn, because before delivery, we asking about newborn situations or device, and after delivery, we ask and look newborns, our colleagues open also. Nonetheless, Mr. So far will be very, very helpful for us. Why? Because it's only last point in this shadow at alternative intubation or mask. We will try to prevent this step. But if the baby will need it, what can we do? The only reason to intubate or to insert their mask is a heartbeat less than 100 beats. Yes. It's very important because we know that there are indications for intubation much more, but for NLP protocol is more interesting for us. It's only first one, heartbeat less than 100 beats. Please remember it. And of course, before we will have delivery, we must have not only checklist, we must set all ropes, tools, what we have in the delivery room, back mask intubation. For our procedure of endotracheal, we must have reference code with a different type of place. Endotracheal tube or premature or room and must have a carbon dioxide. We must have their IG or the mask. We must have fetus, alcohol pass, and a lot of because each situation that will be very regular might be irregular in 1 second, and we must react on this situation very quickly and very successfully. Because in our life. Now we try to understand what is the intubation step. Dr. Amar and Dr. told us about their positioning, and I will fix your attention on the first step. The second point is a position of the room only in the left hand. It doesn't matter. Is your main hand left, right? The room is called must put in your left only. And be very, very aware about the guns. Because if you use the room in all cavity, please don't dig. It's not good time for digging. You must go very gently, very slight, very Slightly slip the blade centrally into mouth over the top. This is the rule, and you must follow this. If you go far, you will see is overload. Not enough, you notice. But you must remember this is a very important thing. This is very important anatomical landmark for lecture. What does it mean? It's a little point between the basis of tongue and epiglottis. If you don't go to this anatomical structure for lecture, you go into the it will not be a problem at all. Therefore, it's be very careful. The intubation is like a surgery. It must be very careful. And the tracheal tube on the right place. But before, we must insert intubation. Intubation tube, not like laryngoscope. We must insert it from the right angle of mouth. Please be very, very gently, because if you will not be do like this, the next step will be that you will intubate the person. Afterwards, remove the laryngoscope and ask your assistant, because he must have it. Very gently remove the spot if you use it. Unfortunately, in my practice, I don't use it, but in ROP protocol, solid is optional, and you must have it or you have it. Yes. Afterwards, start manual ventilation, the back mask, and only afterwards secure ETT tube. Moreover, 7 and 8 minutes, you must use your finger because you have a finger involved and put it in the intubation tube and a little bit very gently shape the blade and fix it very, very gently because the newborn is very sick. And in local nights, I told it about it. Fortunately, I can't use my red light. And what must be block, 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 and more and first, what we must check, because we taught in the first and second presentation, we must check the head rate. It must be more than 100 beats per minute. And of course, the second range of intubation process is a breath sounds. You must auscultate, maybe not you as operator, but your assistants. Please exhalate carbon dioxide from correct intubation. This is very important point too. Of course, listen at the mouth. We must don't have the air leak. And look at the chest, move or not to move. More correctly, I will be put first for a check head rate. Second one, look at the chest. Third, listen the boss exhale. And fourth and fifth, exhalate and listen at the mouth. CO2 detector. Why we can use this type of detector? The first of all, it's very, very cheap. I'm sorry, I must say, because we must have financiation and a very cheaper and quality product is quite good for all of us. CO2 detector will help us to understand, is the patient intubated or not, with only one sign, the color. Now color is a blue or purple up to you. but it must be changed to their yellow. If it wasn't changed, what we must to understand, once more mnemonic for their protocol NRP displayed into intratracheal tube, obstructed endotracheal tube, pneumothorax, and equipment failure. Therefore, please check all your equipment before the delivery. You must do it. If the package something destroyed, or you see their color of CO2 detector is not purple, but yellow or other colors, you can't use it at all. This is a very important. This is a picture. What kind of situation can we keep in touch when we use detector? The brilliant situation, then the detector color will be changed to yellow. It's okay, white enough. Other situation when the person, newborn, have a very, very thick secretion on meconium or vernix of blood. And in this case, we don't see any changes in the color. Third reason, second reason, and when we have a displaced of intubation tube. I forgot to tell you that we must put intubation tube 1-2 centimeters lower than vocal cords, not more. If you put 0.1 centimeter and intubation tube displays, you will not see the changes of the color. Of course, you will not see the changes of the color if your ventilation attempts in very slow. Please put some more, not more maybe than 5 or 6. And of course, if the heart rate is low, you will not see the changes of the color too. Nevertheless, you have only one change in the 30 seconds, one attempt. If you did not achieve a good result, please repeat bag and mask ventilation. And now we try to understand, is any more options for the ventilation of newborns with only one reason, to increase heart rate more than 100. This is a laryngeal mask. Due to the original NRP protocol, the laryngeal mask is a part of their chapter about their PPV ventilation. A little bit changed situation, I'm sorry, because I think, yes, this is a very good alternative for most of us. But it seems to me that the first attempt, I'm sorry, it's my personal opinion, it will be intubate. If you don't have any experience, maybe laryngeal mask will be the good option. And we try to understand why. Why is it option? First of all, for what reason can we use laryngeal mask extra NRP protocol? If you will see there, it's not for resuscitation. This is for difficult, maybe not intubation. If you have some malformation with oral or face or something like this, you will use their laryngeal mask. In our situation, in the situation of the protocol, please, I pay your attention for it. We must use laryngeal mask. This is very words that are like inability to intubate, inability to ventilate. Therefore, they will reveal that we have inability to coordinate the resuscitation. This is very important. And compare with intubation, where laryngeal mask insertion is very, very easy. I think that if you will have a very brief training in laryngeal mask insertion during 15 seconds after the training, you will do it. Not more. You don't need any extra because your hand and your knowledge will be with you. What I will fix your attention. First of all, the laryngeal mask is only for Tom and the person who will be hot, which rate is more than 2 and more. I don't have an experience with a 150, but might be. So, first of all, before you will do, take their laryngeal mask like a pen. Please, you can't use their any gel or any oil, especially to put in the oral cavity. First of all, you must check the cuff, inflate and inflate. For this purpose, you must have a syringe 5 ml. Please put from 2 to 4 ml of air and deflate it. Hold LMA like a pen, I told you. The position of the baby is absolutely the same for intubation. And slides downwards along the heart leg. What is the main practical reason? Because physiological reason we know heart rate. We must to improve and increase heart rate. But for physiological reason, we must to make the seal between epiglottis. We must to use a laryngeal mask, especially only for this reason. Inflate the cuff and put CO2 detector, set ventilation and secure LMA. This is only what we need. If we're lucky, the heart rate will be increasing. Please don't forget the intubation and laryngeal mask aspect must have very, very simple complication that can be maybe confusing sometimes. A lot of air will go through the esophagus to the stomach. Therefore, you must use feeding tube or other names or a vessel tube, especially to take away this air. Please don't forget about it. One piece of information that will talk about because all our experience and all our studies, clinical studies, must be randomized. We found that in top and near-term treatments, LMA is more effective during resuscitation, resulting in less need for endotracheal intubation and shorter ventilation time compared with their American mask ventilation. This is very important because I hope there are some newborns that did not breathe and don't have the heart rate optimal for us, for them, must be treating, maybe not treating, but resuscitating, more correctly to say, with their laryngeal mask. What is plus and minus, advantages and disadvantages? First of all, effective lung ventilation, less risk of trauma, is useful for non-experienced providers. And disadvantages is meconium aspiration, gastric insufflation, chest compression, medication. We cannot use it in their laryngeal mask, short-term ventilation, and preterm infants. Please, what I told to you by words, you can look on their website of American Academy of Pediatrics. Please do it. This is very important if you try to use intubation and laryngeal mask routinely. And in my last slides, I would like to share my personal medical philosophy, but these slides left. Training and discussion, they're very important. But please all time ask, do you need help? Because our work is the work in the team. Thanks a lot for your attention.